Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales in beautiful Paducah, Kentucky. I've got another, what I'm going to call, rare find. This is a one-owner, yes, I said that correctly, a one-owner 2016 model Jayco Seneca 37 TS. You know, normally when we get a Jayco Seneca in with, 2016, 15, 17, 18, typically a 2 to 3 owner, okay? One owner, owned by an older gentleman and his wife, since new, 2016 model, 35,000 miles. So I'm going to call this one a rare find. Garage kept, since new, and it shows the condition of the paint, the roof, the awning, the everything is super nice. I'm going to say mint. I'm actually going to go to the extreme of saying mint condition. 3 slides, a little over 38 foot overall length. It's the 37 TS. It's got the king-size bed back in the back. It's got a bunk over the cab. This thing sleeps up to 7, so that's doing like 2 above the bunk, 2 in the dinette, 1 in the little jackknife, and 2 in the king size back in the master bedroom. So it's on the Freightliner M2 chassis with the 6.7 liter, 340 horsepower Cummins ISB engine. I went ahead and put brand new steer tires on it. So we just put those on. I'm a believer in good tires though. Drives, I'll usually go up to 10 years on drives if they're in good condition and not dry rotted and not wore out. Steers, I'm a 5-year max. So my rule of thumb is if they're going to be 5 years old, within the next 12 months of me selling the coach, we put them on. Or if they're already over 5 years old, obviously we put them on. So this coach has brand new Michelin steer tires. The drive tires are Michelin. They're in great condition. I would run them on my personal coach. So we left the drives. The steers are new. We changed the oil, fuel filter, air filter. Everything has been serviced front to back. It's got an 8,000 watt Onan diesel generator with low miles, full body paint. We also did the one-step polish with the sealant, the Rupes, which is the Italian wax that we use. I'm telling you, it is a sharp one. If you're in the market for a Jayco Seneca, really, really, really consider this coach. 35,000 miles, one owner, since new, garage kept. And check out on the back. He's got him a spare tire mount with a brand new tire on the back. How cool is that? So, Bad Chad and his brother John are up here from Ocala, Florida right now, making them shine. I think Chad said he's been making them shine since about 1989. But they've got the wheels done on this coach. I went ahead and had them do the spare back here on the back. He said, "You want me to do the spare?" I said, "Absolutely." That's a little showpiece going down the road. Really cool mount, though. So this coach has a 10,000-pound towing capacity. And the way that spare tire works, or the holder works, it goes up in the hitch, and then you can still use the hitch. It just kind of extends it back. So 10,000-pound towing capacity. It does have the air ride suspension on the back of it. Again, 35,000 miles. I like this Ultra Guard. Really cool. So, some of the coaches like the Renegades and show haulers and stuff will have the rubber one with like the stainless. This thing's like full width. I mean, if you sling a tire off of the back duals and the little mud flap that's back there now, I'll kind of get a little closer where you can see. If that mud flap doesn't catch it, I can promise you there's a good chance this one back here is going too. So, has the ladder on the back, backup camera, 3 slides, awning, outdoor entertainment. I can always tell when something has been kind of what we call old man owned, okay? Old man owned. And what I mean by that is, like, the storage boxes on these Senecas are made out of like a plastic material. It's very durable. But he put like some aluminum little stiffening braces underneath them, which I thought was super cool. And he did an amazing job with how clean he done it. how clean the interior was. Like the furniture is just mint. It's not, the coach has never been smoked in, no pets. There was no dog hair, no cat hair. I mean, this thing was mint when we got it here. We went ahead and detailed it because that's what we do. I mean, I just want to say that we know we detailed, we steam clean the carpets. That's our normal. We do the same thing to every coach that comes through here. But this one was almost like front line ready, like almost take pictures of it when it got here. But we went ahead, did the new Michelin steer tires, the full service on the engine, the chassis, greased everything, and we did a service on the generator as well. So 2016, just a quick recap. Jayco Seneca 37 TS. It is a triple slide, little over 38 feet overall length, 10,000 pound towing capacity. And I'm telling you, this thing would pass for a 2022 model. All the photos online on our website, chasecoach.com. So if you want to go in there and check out, you can click through them, and a lot of good pictures. Now, one thing you'll probably notice if you look closely at the photos, when I took them, the wheels weren't polished yet. So John had just arrived. I was already in the middle of pictures, and I told him, hey, before I do the video, I want you to polish the wheels. Take a look at the how shiny the wheels are now. Look at the photos. It's amazing the difference of them from, just the normal aluminum to the shined up Bad Chad and his brother John polished wheels. All right. So chasecoach.com for all the photos. Financing available. We accept trade-ins and we deliver nationwide. Also, while I'm thinking of it, please hit the subscribe button. Folks, I'm almost to 29,000 subscribers. I can't thank you enough. And it's because you guys, you tune in, you share the channel, you like it, you click like on our videos. I appreciate the comments, appreciate the feedback. We get a lot of love from the YouTube family. So stick around. I'm going to open up all the storage bays. I'm going to pop the hood. I want to show you how clean underneath the hood, the frame, front end, and everything was on this one. And this coach came out of West Virginia. So it was an East Coast, somewhat Southern, hasn't been driven in salt, not a Northern coach, or no rust bucket here. This is the real McCoy, and it's all original. So hang tight. I'm going to get everything opened up, and I'll be right back. Thanks again for watching. All right, got everything opened up for you. So we'll start per our usual little route here on the right side. So passenger side first compartment, big storage bay. You can tell how tall the storage bays are on the Jayco Seneca. Pretty deep and very tall. There's that aluminum bracing. It's like some aluminum angle iron that he's put underneath to just help, make the plastic bait, or if you put something, I guess, somewhat heavy in it, it doesn't bow or try to break the compartment. Another big storage. So two huge storage bays, one over here, one right to the left. You can see the little yellow blocks. Those are like the pads for the leveling jacks. Those go with it. Again, when I went back to that old man owned in like mint condition, everything's neat, organized. You can see his little milk crate there with those in it. Stuff like that is so simple, yet so just nice and neat and organized. Next one, next storage bay back is storage with the Eureka central vac. So that goes up, and the outlet is inside the coach. I got to show off those wheels again. Bad Chad and his brother John, straight out of Ocala, Florida. 16.5 gallon propane tank. So your hot water system on this coach is propane, and your furnace is propane. The hot water is continuous, so it is a tankless system. It holds 70 gallons of fresh water, I think 72 maybe. And then the gray water is 40, and the black water is 50 on this coach. And then it's got a 74 gallon diesel tank. But the propane is 16.5 gallons. So, that is not like... don't compare pounds to gallons. So that is quite a few like grill bottles, like the 20-pound bottle you put on a grill. It's a bunch of them there. So next compartment back, another storage bay, and then another storage bay here on there. So we got 3 storage bays, one kind of medium-sized and one smaller one. Lots of storage on the Jayco Seneca. Don't want to forget the outdoor entertainment. You got a TV, a couple of Sony speakers, and a Bluetooth radio system there with a CD and DVD player. Quick recap on the back, 10,000 pound towing capacity. It does have that little special hitch deal holding the spare tire. That can be taken off too. So I mean, if you didn't want that on there, no big deal. That's easily removable. But you can have a flat tire in one of these. It's a matter of getting a tire on the side of the road at 9 o'clock at night. But if you got your own spare with you, heck, take a jack and an impact, and in a matter of about, I'm going to say, an hour, and I think that's being pretty gracious, you could have it changed and back on the road. And I hope you never have a flat, but if you have a spare with you, it's good insurance, okay? Back here on the very left rear corner is that continuous hot water system. So again, it's a tankless, it's propane fired, which is, I'm not against propane on RVs. I know the whole rave over the electric RV stuff, and I grew up, we had RVs that had propane on them, and it worked amazing. It was very low maintenance. It worked good. It was cheap to, fill back up or whatever. And you can fill the propane tank on this Jayco Seneca and probably run a whole season. I mean, it's got a half a tank on it now. We're going to go ahead and top it off before it leaves here. But I would say if you filled it up, you could run a season or two. I bet you don't go through a tank of propane on this in 2 years. 8,000 watt own-end diesel generator, just received our full service. Fuel system, air filter, oil filter, everything's changed. It's got 131 hours on it. I knew it was low. I almost guessed like 300 or 400 earlier. I'm glad I looked. It's got 131 original hours on it. Crazy. Wet bays over here, so it's got a macerator pump for the sewage. You can see the black and gray valve. Really cool how Jayco done this. It's very self-explanatory. You just take the two little arrows, and you can see with this one up and that one to the right, up would be 2, so 2 and 6 would be city fixtures. So if you hook water to it, turn the water on, like on your outside water spigot at a campground or at your house or shop, you're going to have city pressure, okay? If you want to fill the tank, you go 1 and 6, and you can see, where they're at those. So pretty self-explanatory. Does have black tank flush. You can see you got a switch for the water pump down here, the macerator, and a little light, and it's also got the outdoor faucet, so that's nice. Down there's the whole house water filter. We did put a brand new water filter in it, and I'll throw you in a couple spares. Just remind me, okay? Now over here is another storage bay with the 50 amp shore power. Normally you have about a 30 foot cord on there. You see the little button to reel it back in. It's got a little hatch where you can run the cord through. Another storage bay here. And all this stuff goes with it. I'm not sure what's in there. I think there's like a 50 to 30 amp adapter. I see a fresh water hose. I see some wheel chocks. All that goes with it. Over here, another storage bay. A ton of storage for a 38-foot coach. I've counted 4 big storage bays and like 3 or 4, medium to small ones. Up here in the front is your house battery. So the engine batteries, pretty sure they're under here. So you just take these little screws out on the side of the cab. They come out. We just put brand new house batteries. Now, this is going to blow your mind. Typically on an RV house batteries of this type, you're going to every 3, 4, maybe 5 years replace them, right? Well, when the coach showed up, I looked and I said, man, those batteries look new in that thing. So we didn't worry about it. Well, we got to messing with it, and the guy said, man, these batteries seem kind of weak. I think we should replace them. And I said, well, I don't think we need to. Maybe it's just low. He needs charged. They said, well, they're dated 06 of 15. I said, you've got to be kidding. They were the original house batteries, and they looked brand new. They weren't swelled up. They weren't dirty. They weren't corroded, but they were dated 06 of 15. It literally still had the original house batteries. So we removed those. We just put 4 brand new interstate batteries. These guys will come with a 1-year warranty, so keep that in mind. Dual fuel tanks. Looks like we got a 64 here, and I'm guessing we got a tank on the other side. We'll see when we go around. Let me make sure. Yeah, 64 gallons there. DEF fluid, you can see the little blue one there. So let's go over here and check. We got 64 there. I know I just said 74 fuel. That wouldn't make sense, though. Let's see what we got over here. Kind of hard to read. It's down there. I'm thinking we got more than 74 gallons of fuel. I'm almost going to go with like maybe 110 or 120. So I will clarify that. If you are interested in this coach, give me a call, send me a text if you want to know the fuel capacity for sure. And we'll narrow that down because this one over here says 64. It's got to be more than 74 for sure. Underneath the frame, very clean. Bilstein shocks, you can see that. It has the 6.7 liter ISB Cummins, which is 340 horse. 6-speed Allison transmission. I think it produces 660 foot-pounds of torque. Go over here and show you the other side of the engine. Again, very nice, very clean. We topped off the washer fluid, brand new air filter in it. Antifreeze is good. I mean, it's still got like the paint mark. See that green mark like on the air filter? That's from the factory, like when the chassis was built in 2015. Again, this is not one that's been fluffed and buffed on, as we call it. This is the OG, all original and in really good shape. Like the headlights. Normally on these, we always have to replace them. The headlights weren't like hazed over and like, looked like they had set in the sun or whatever for half their life. They were clean. I like his big fire extinguisher. Again, this guy was very well prepared. And I hope you never have to use the fire extinguisher, but kind of like the spare tire, if you ever need it, you'll be glad you got it, right? Flex steel furniture in this, which was one of the leaders, actually, I'm going to say the leader in RV furniture. When COVID hit, they didn't go out of business. They just said they had so many overwhelming orders from the housing side of the company, doing home furnishings, that they got out of the RV furniture. But this is one of the ones with you can see the logo there, Flex Steel, and this stuff is so soft and good quality. Air ride seats on both driver and passenger, 35,000 miles on the clock. The dash, it's not faded. Everything's tight. When you drive it, it doesn't vibrate and make a bunch of noise. It's got cruise control, power windows, power door locks, and everything on this one. And the full body paint. I mean, this stuff is slick, slick, slick. What am I missing? I know I'm missing something. So I need to verify it. Actually, when I pause the video here in a second, I'm going to verify that fuel capacity. I'll have that when we come back here in a moment. So stick around. I'm going to run the slides. Actually, no, I'm not. Forgetting what I'm doing here. I'm going to show you travel mode. So the lights are off. Bear with me. I'm going to go in and just kick a few on. Electric steps. I like the 3-step. Okay. So that's nice. Makes the steps not too far apart from each other. 12-volt kill switch down here. It's got brand new house batteries, so you can see kind of how spunky that guy is. Okay, so let me just turn a few lights on just to kind of give you an idea. So when you walk in, it is a front entry. You walk in, turn to the left, of course, turn to the right, you're in the cab. And the cab has this piece that comes out. So if you weren't going to use this for a bunk or storage and you wanted to be able to get in and out of the cab easier, you can just take this whole half of the bunk out. So you walk in, turn to the left. To your right, on the driver's side, you have powered theater seats. To your left, you have, I would call bigger than a love seat. I mean, this is not a full-size couch, but probably a 66-inch sofa that is a jackknife. Through here, you probably get 12 to 15 inches between the booth, dinette, and the sofa here. It gets down to about 10. Gets a little wider here in the kitchen. Really cool how the kitchen's laid out, and I'll show you more about that here in a moment. It is a mid-bath, so you walk through here. Turn some lights on back here. Here we go. And then here you can access the bathroom. So you got your toilet, your shower, everything is accessible with all the slides in. So again, it's a mid-bath. You can see your sink and your vanity and stuff there. You got a solid 2.5 feet, 4-door fridge right here in the middle. Up here, the tightest spot is going to be right here between the dinette and the sofa, and that gets down to around 8 or 10 inches. But plenty of room to move around, grab a drink, make a sandwich, use the restroom in travel mode. So all the slides in. All right, bear with me. I'm going to verify that fuel capacity. It's bugging me because I thought I read 74, but that don't make sense. So I'll be right back with that, and we'll have the slides ran out. I'm going to run the awning out, and we'll get this one finished up. ChaseCoach.com for all the photos. I really, really, really appreciate you watching. And if you're interested in this coach, I would love to make a deal with you. All right, stick around. I'll be right back. All right, chasing the sunset this evening. Running out of daylight. We're going to get it done. So I've got all 3 slides. 2 slides over here on the passenger side. I've got the awning out. You can see it. I actually got the generator running. I didn't plug it into shore power, and I went in there. It was a little stuffy, so I turned on the roof airs. But another benefit of running the generator is I wanted you to see, or not, well, I guess you can't really see how it sounds. I wanted you to hear how quiet it is. This thing is quiet, very quiet. The awning, like look at the underneath side of the awning, how clean it is. I don't think they ever had it out. Look at that. And I mean, we didn't even clean that. That's how clean it was. So 2 slides over here, 1 slide on the driver's side, and the generator is running right now at full capacity with both roof airs running. Super quiet, 8,000 watt own-in. Back to the fuel capacity. The specs that I read and what I told you is correct. 74 gallon fuel tank. Well, it's actually a 34 over here and a 40 on the other side. So I did the mileage. I looked at the fuel mileage. That means you're going to get 650 to 700 miles, like from empty or from full to empty. In my mind, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, and especially if you come from the trucking industry, you're like, 650 miles, man, that's like across town for me. Well, for me, 650 to 700 miles is quite a bit. I mean, I'm going to probably want to pull over for the night, for the day, grab a snack, stretch my legs, get fuel. So that's what you can expect out of this Jayco Seneca. 650 to 700 miles from full to empty. It holds 74 gallons. I did confirm that. I actually looked at the tanks, and what was confusing is earlier I thought the driver's side tank said 64. That was 34. So 34 on the driver's side and 40 over here. All right, we got that cleared up. Keyless entry, I can set the code for you. Makes it nice going in and out of the coach, not having to, have keys on you. Always much respect for the detail guys. They work their tails off here at Chase Motorsports. All right. Got a little Wheel of Fortune going. There we go. All right, so front entry, when you walk in, the little cabinet over here has got your slide out controls for the front slides. Does have equalizer systems, hydraulic leveling on it. You can see the step switch, your awning switch, your inverter is here, your tank levels, your water pump. You can see I've got the generator on. That's the little Onan command center. The 2 slide switches are there. So a lot of controls. I like regular switches too. There's nothing wrong with just having regular light switches. Makes it very easy to work on if you need to fix something. Nice bunk. I'm gonna say queen size up here. It's big. You can take this piece out if needed. The TV's on an electric motor too. So there's a switch up here. Just press it. The TV moves. So if you're up here sleeping, and hey, how about one nice bunk TV, huh? If you were the one up here in the bunk sleeping. But it pivots around to give you a good view back here in the living area. Has a window over there, all the windows open, which is nice. Power theater seating, it's also flex steel. This armrest does fold up and down, and that's a little deal where you lay your phone and it charges it. That's cool. But if you wanted to make it look more like a sofa, you can do that. It also has the drawer on the front of it with a little bit of storage. It is powered theater seating. The little controls, took me a minute to find them. I don't know if you can see them. They're down in there. There's one there, and then there's one on this side. So I did test them. If you go to chasecoach.com, you'll see the photos. Over here, we have the, what I'm going to call 66, 70-inch love seat. It is a jackknife, so all you do is pull out on the base of the couch, and let's see if I can do it one-handed here. Yeah, there you go. Simple enough. So make someone a nice size bed there as well. The kitchen, cool layout. 2-burner induction cooktop. Remind me, I'm going to throw you in a $300 and something, maybe $400, I can't remember what we normally charge, set of stainless induction cookware. Just remind me, if you watched the video and you saw it, I'm hooking you up because I appreciate you watching. Frigidaire, microwave. I don't know if this is a convection, but it says bake. I guess it's got to be convection, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it says bake, it means it's convection. So I'm going to assume it's convection, but we can clarify that, okay? Over here is the sink, nice size sink for the size of the coach. I like the accent lighting. All that works too. This pulls out, so makes for a little extra storage when you're cooking to set food that's ready or plates or whatever. I'm gonna fold this guy back up. There we go. Day and night shades throughout the coach. I don't want to forget that. So you got the night, they are manual, which nothing wrong with that. And there's the other one for the day. It's like the kind of the shade, and then this one's like the blackout. Okay, so has those all the way throughout. Now, something I need to make you aware of. Someone has replaced the dinette table with a nicer dinette table than it would have came with from the factory. The thing is, though, they did not notch the back of it for it to slide up and down. So if you say, oh my gosh, I definitely need that as sleeping room, we can make it happen. We have a full wood shop, fab shop, you know, from mild to wild. I like using that. From mild to wild, we do everything here in-house. So we can make that where it slides up and down. You just got to tell me. I like the way it looks now. The tables are a little bigger than they normally are. But again, if you want that as sleeping room, you just let me know. We can discuss the plan and make it happen. It does have the pull-out drawers in the bottom of the booth dinette here. So both of these pull out. There's the hose for the central vac. Great place to store it down there. So you got two people can sleep comfortably up here in the bunk. Theater seats that are powered. This is currently not set up for sleeping, but it can be. And then you saw just a minute ago, that turns into a jackknife. Okay. Neat little kind of a horseshoe-shaped kitchen, lots of cabinetry, all the cabinets, the hardware, the hinges, all that's in super nice shape. 4-door fridge, clean as a pin, just like the rest of the coach. Like the little fins up in there are not corroded, like everything that labels. I'm telling you, if you would have asked me, if I would have walked around this coach and you would have said, hey, Dylan, how many miles does this have on it and what year is it? I would have said 22 model with 5,000 miles. Which I knew, I'm the one that bought it, but I knew it was a 16. But had I not known and done the deal, I would have bet 22 model and 5,000 miles. That's how I know. I'm going on and on with about how clean it is, but I'm serious. It is mint. Mid bath does have the pocket door, so you can take the little bungee strap off and pull that door to block the bathroom. Has a nice little sink area, a couple cabinets here, little medicine cabinet overhead there to your left, a couple cabinets below. You got your slide out switch for this bedroom slide, light switches, and then there's the control panel for the hot water heater. Still got the plastic on it. Yeah, literally. Back here, across from it, you have your bathroom, which, by the way, lots of room in this. Porcelain toilet, foot pedal flush, keep it simple. Got a little towel bar there. We've got to work on the shower doors. That is one thing. And the previous owner disclosed that before we picked it up. They said, something's over the shower door. It did something one day and it ain't been right since. So we're going to put Jim on that, and Jim will have it fixed up. But back to the shower, nice size, very clean. It is a fiberglass one piece with a little place to set there in the corner. So easy to keep clean and so on and so forth. King size bed back here in the master. You do have a couple storage cabinets above, padded headboard, and then day and night shades on each side of the bed. Across from that, you have a sliding wardrobe, so you can see that with the mirrors, and very easy to move. It has the little coat hanging rack that runs full length there, so you can put lots of clothing in there. You do have a couple drawers down here below for stuff. And then over here, you have more storage. Now, this coach is prepped for a washer and dryer. So if you wanted, it would have to be a combo. It does go in that cabinet. So if we put it in that cabinet, you're going to lose the drawers. Now, this customer obviously elected to have the drawers over the washer dryer combo, which is also very nice. I don't think they put these in here. I don't think that was the factory way that they offered it. I think it was either just like a open storage or had the washer dryer combo in it. So very neatly done there. Big window. This is cool. So I had it down. I was getting a little glare in the photos, but you roll this guy up and you can see how big the window is back here. Big picture window out the rear bedroom. Original bedding. So this is actually the original bedspread, pillows, and everything that came with it. We put it on for the photos. We are going to put like a new set of sheets, new comforter and everything. We'll roll this up and give it to you just to keep with it. It's pocket door back here for the bedroom. So this big door slides over here to the left, and basically you can move that one and create like a little bathroom right there in the middle. 2 roof airs, they both work really well. It was hot earlier when I was doing the photos, and I had the generator running earlier, had the airs on for one, it's a way for me to test them too. Our guys do test them, but typically it takes a couple hours to do the photos and video, so I just run them the whole time. If it's cold or if it's hot out, and it's a great way to make sure that they work. So quick recap, 2016 Jayco Seneca. This is the 37 TS. It measures 38 foot 10 inches bumper to bumper. Now keep in mind, with that spare tire on the back, you probably add about another foot and a half maybe to the back of it, which that is removable. 35,000 miles, has the 340 horse Cummins 6.7 liter ISB. Has 74 gallons of fuel, we confirm that, 72 gallons of fresh water, 40 gallons of gray, 50 gallons of black, and a 16-gallon propane tank on it. So plenty for the weekend trip, staying a week somewhere. It's got a macerator pump, porcelain toilet, big shower, mid-bath, 3 slides, and flex steel furniture just to top it off. All right, calling this one a barn find, or we also can refer to it as a rare find. Clear title in-house. It is a one-owner coach and came out of West Virginia. Any questions, please let me know. chasecoach.com for all the photos. I greatly appreciate you watching. And as a reminder, I know I say this and I mean it, be nice to people. Be kind to people. One little positive conversation or thought or expression to someone can change someone's day. You never know what people are dealing with. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Until next time.